Hello, did you know that a single, simple letter in your blood decides which disease is going to attack you first? Do you want to know if your blood type is pulling you toward a heart attack, diabetes, or an ulcer? What if I proved to you that the blood running through your veins hides a silent risk of dementia that nobody ever warned you about? There is an invisible stamp inside your DNA, a single letter, A, B, AB, or O, that chooses which disease will knock on your door first. And your cardiologist has probably never asked you about it. Last week, I saw a young patient, 38 years old, athletic, a street runner. He had a massive heart attack. He came straight from the ICU to my office with the catheterization bandage still on his arm. I looked at his labs, perfect cholesterol, controlled blood pressure, non-smoker, normal glucose. Then he told me his father had suffered a heart attack at age 40 and died in the ambulance. I asked him for his blood type. He replied, type A, the exact same blood as his father. Today, you are going to discover your biggest genetic enemy and will understand why there is one single blood type among the four that carries 50% higher risk of memory loss. 50%. And I will show you exactly what to do today to protect yourself from it. But first, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that family member who has the same blood type as you. They will want to know how to bulletproof their own body. And tell me down below, what is your blood type? Is there a history of heart disease in your family? Where in the world are you watching from? Drop it below. Let's go. You were taught that your blood type is only useful for donations. At the hospital, they ask for your letter. Write it down on your chart. And the subject dies right there. You leave thinking it only matters if you ever need a blood transfusion. And there is a profound mistake. Your blood type is not just a registry. It is a chemical signature. It doesn't just float in your veins. It stamps the inner walls of your arteries. It's in your stomach, in the cells of your pancreas, in your brain tissue. The exact same blood that gives you life chooses your vulnerability. And why does this happen? Because your blood type is a survivor. If one letter were simply better than all the others, nature would have wiped out the rest millions of years ago. It didn't, because each one survived a different plague in the past. Type O was more resistant to hemorrhagic fevers and the plague. Type A defended itself better against ancient viruses, like smallpox. Type B concentrated along the migration routes of Asia, surviving other infections. Each letter is a war medal. You inherited yours because your great-great-grandfather survived what others didn't. The problem is that the enemy has changed. You haven't. The blood that protected your ancestors in the 1500s is the exact same blood that clogs your artery in the traffic jams of 2026. Evolution prepped you for the plague, but it dropped you into a world of fast food, sedentary lifestyles, and city pollution. What the newest science says. Researchers analyzed over 16,000 cases of stroke in young people, and they nailed it down. People with type A have 16% higher risk of suffering a stroke before age 60. And it goes beyond the heart. A massive review showed that people with type B have 28% higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Your blood type intersects with cancer, with weight, with infections, with your brain. Yet, you walk out of your doctor's office with your risk calculated, and nobody asks you for your letter. But mechanically, why does this happen? Here is the cardiologist's secrets that you will never forget. Remember this phrase: Your blood has a glue and a pair of scissors. Every human being manufactures a protein that works like a biological hook. Every time your artery suffers a tiny scratch on the inside, its hook is thrown out, it catches the passing platelets and forms a clot to close the wound. That's why you don't bleed to death from every little cut. But here's like the problem. People who are type A, B, or AB manufacture 25% more of this hook. Your blood is literally thicker, stickier, more glue to keep you from clogging up. Inside the body created a defense. There is a molecular pair of scissors that circulates in your blood all day long. Its job is to cut the hook after the wound has closed. In people who are not type O, these scissors work slower. And if you have high blood sugar, those scissors become practically blind. The hook stays armed, catching platelets, forming clots out of nowhere. Then you inhale that black exhaust smoke in traffic. On a normal day, your artery gets inflamed. The type O person has fewer hooks. The damage is controlled. They walk away fine. The type A person with heavy glue and blind scissors suffers a heart attack. Same street, same pollution, different genetics. So, what is your true enemy? Let's look at the map. Type O, about 44% of Americans. It seems like the privileged blood. It is the least sticky. It has the lowest risk of heart attacks and strokes. But the base of your cells is exposed. Your stomach is the perfect home for a bacteria called H. pylori. It has hooks that fit into type O blood type like a key in a lock. Because of this, type O people have far more ulcers, more gastritis, and more chronic heartburn. Type A, about 42% of Americans. This is the blood with the most hooks. Higher risk of thrombosis and strokes, but there is a statistic that very few people talk about. A 20% higher risk of stomach cancer. The same genetics that increase clots also prepared an inflamed terrain. If you are type A and you smoke, I will tell you with absolute clinical bluntness. For type A, cigarettes are not a bad habit. They are a detonator. Type B, about 10% of Americans. This is my blood type. Can I confess something to you? When I read this science for the first time, I reran my own lab test that very week. For us, type Bs, the first warning doesn't come from the heart. It comes from the pancreas. Remember that 20% higher risk of diabetes, the metabolism breaks first. Blood sugar goes up, the blood scissors go blind, and then the heart attack comes as a dessert. If you are type B, your main target in this war is to not let your belly grow and not let your sugar spike. Type AB, about 4% of Americans. Remember what I promised you at the beginning of the video? Here is the answer. It is the rarest blood and the most fragile on the list. It has the glue of A and the glue of B combined. A major US study followed 30,000 people. Those who are AB have an approximately 50% higher risk of dementia. 50%. This is the type among the four that has the brain at the very top of its enemy list. And why does this happen? Because this excess glue in the blood creates cerebral microinfarcts. Tiny silent strokes that don't hurt, cause no symptoms, and don't show up on routine exams. But they slowly wipe out your memory decade after decade, neuron by neuron. If you are AB, I will be direct. You have no margin for errors with your modifiable lifestyle factors. How to protect yourself today? Doctor, I am doomed by my ladder. No, genetics load the gun. Your lifestyle pulls the trigger. That hook that thickens your blood actually decreases when you take action. A type AB who works out and eats clean has much safer blood than a sedentary type O with a belly full of highly processed food. Want an extra tip to sharpen the scissors in your blood today? 150 minutes of cardio per week. 5 30-minute walks. Walking physically reduces the production of the glue. It is the only proven intervention that truly moves the needle on this. That is not medication. Keep your sugar under absolute control. High glucose destroys your molecular scissors. Ask for advanced labs. Demand tests that go beyond the traditional lipid panel. Coronary calcium score, C-reactive protein, and Lp(a). You deserve a checkup calibrated to your blood, not an old chart that ignores your genetics. If you are type O, investigate any stomach pain today. If you are type A, quit smoking immediately and control your blood pressure. If you are type B, watch your waistline and your blood sugar like a hawk. And if you are type AB, combine all of the above and train hard to protect your brain. Knowing your blood type is the first genetic shield of your life. But this solves nothing if you ignore step number 2. There is a hidden fat in your blood inherited from your father or your mother that kills far more people than regular cholesterol. 9 out of 10 doctors have never ordered this test in their lives. Some don't even know it exists. Its name is Lp(a), and it could be killing you right now in total silence, while your routine exam look perfectly normal. If you want to know if you are in danger and want to do and what to do today to reduce the risk, click on the video right here on the screen. You will be surprised. My name is Dr. André. I'm a cardiologist, and this is Dr. Dre Health Tips. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.